on 1 second. I'm Kris with GoodGuySwag, and I'm here with Daniel Flynn, my brother from down under. He's from Australia. Melbourne, right?
Melbourne, not Melbourne.
Not Melbourne.
Yeah.
And he happens to be here in Los Angeles right now. What the heck are you doing in Los Angeles, man?
I had a crazy opportunity to speak at a conference yesterday, and there's about 1,500 people at it, and yeah, just a great opportunity to share our story to more people here in the US.
And it was like, I mean, he was speaking with big people. He was speaking with Gary Vee. He was speaking with will.i.am. He was speaking with, who were some of the other people?
Kelly Slater, Sean White, like some amazing people I look up to.
So those little minnows, and then he was the big fish at the conference. So that was what was crazy. It was insane. But no, what was really cool is we actually met probably about 11 months ago on this boat called Summit, and we immediately connected while he was there. He met someone who puts on this conference and invited him to speak with all these big name speakers. And I think I'm excited about that. I'm excited to have you on Good Guy Swag because you are making a big difference in the world. And he's super young too. You're only 28 years old.
Yeah.
But he got this company started when you were 19, and it's called Thankyou. Can you give us a little bit of a background on Thankyou?
Yeah.
And by the way, Thankyou makes diapers. I don't know if you can hear my baby girl crying in the background. Yeah. But we go through lots of diapers. Yeah, we set that up to talk about Thankyou.
Yeah, and you know, we started with this really simple idea. It was actually a bottle of water back in 2008. I was 19 at the time, and I was so moved by the fact that kids as young as 4 and 5 years old were walking to collect water for their family, and it was that water that ended up killing them. And I just remember thinking, that is so wrong. But I saw the bottled water industry, which was $50 billion in 2008. I'm like,
yeah,
that's kind of like a dumb product. Do you know what I mean? Like bottled water, like what if we could combine the two extremes? And so we did. We launched Thankyou Water, giving 100% of the profit to funding water projects. And it started with that, and now it's grown into 55 products. We're doing food like granola and granola bars that funds food programs. We've got the diapers that fund maternal and infant health projects.
So each of the foods and each of the elements funds a certain type of humanitarian effort in some sense.
Exactly right. And the whole idea is that it's about empowering us, consumers, mums and dads, that you would change how many nappies a day.
And is that what humanitarian means? It's saying thank you, you know?
Thank you. Thank you to humanity. And we want to keep it positive. You know, thank you for making a difference. It's not about guilting people. It's about partnering with people to change the world.
Wow. No, I mean, this is insane to think that you started this when you're 19 years old. What possibly, like, I mean, at 19 and you're 28 now, what possibly made you think at the age of 19 that you could do this?
You know, I actually think it's the fact that we didn't know you couldn't do this. It probably helped. You know, that childlike thinking that kind of 19-year-old, like, anything's possible. Like, that's powerful. And I think we saw an idea.
It's powerful, but to see it to completion is a whole other story, you know?
Yeah, and that's true, and that's taken time.
Yeah.
You know, we had an idea that we thought could change the world, but it was a process to get there. It wasn't easy. It took time. It took great mentors, great people around us to encourage us. And I mean, we had to learn a lot, read books, catch up with people, ask, how do you start a business? Like, we didn't know how to start a water company, and we literally Googled it. How to start a bottle water. I mean, that's how little idea we have. But today, we still Google everything. You know, what does that mean? How do we do that?
Let's create a business from just Googling information.
Yeah, I don't know how people started anything before Google, but that's amazing.
Now, was there a moment in time where you're like, yeah, this is what we got to do? Like, can you describe what that looked like and what that meant to you?
Yeah. I mean, I had a couple of moments, and, you know, I think it's really important as men, as guys, as a society, we talk about moments, because I think we've devalued moments.
Yeah.
It says stuff like, oh, I'm just living in the moment, or I'll be there in a moment, which means like a long time. So we've devalued moments, but I think I'm sitting on the couch because of a couple of moments.
Yeah.
One, I told you about, I was watching kids dying from dirty water. And another moment, I mean, I was at church. My parents used to take me there as a kid, and I grew up making my own faith commitment, but I'm at this service. I'm at the back of the room, and I'm not even listening to the guy up the front. Just probably not the point. But I'm there, and I'm having this conversation, like I'm like saying this little prayer. God, this water thing seems impossible. People say we need hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have no experience. I'm 19. If I'm meant to do this, can you give me a sign? I asked, and then I look down. There's a Bible. I pick it up, and I open it without flipping the page either way. I read something I'd never read before, and it was in a book called Isaiah, and it said, "The poor and needy search for water, yet find none. The tongues are parched with thirst, our Lord God will turn the deserts into springs, the valleys into pools, and I'm like, what just happened? And I share that moment at schools,
And it's so crazy that what's so real today was so real even back then in biblical times.
yeah, and that's it. It is true, it's a problem that's been with us for generations, but I think in that moment I was like, this is a sign. And some people say to me it's a cool coincidence or it is a miracle. Everyone's got a different theory. I'm just telling you, it's a moment that changed everything for me.
And it's really what you do in that Kairos moment, which we write about on Good Guys Swag. It's what you do with that Kairos moment and what you take with it and how you keep fighting. That's ultimately what matters. That's it. I mean, what would you tell a 19-year-old kid right now, that's not kid, but guy out there that's saying in the back of his head, I want to make a difference, but I don't think that I can do it. And I feel like I'm up against insurmountable odds, and I don't have the resources. I don't come from the right family. I don't come from the right background, the education. What would you say to them?
I'd say number one, you've got to own your vision, and you'll come up against obstacles no matter what age you are. In our country, for 5 years, the two biggest supermarkets who have 70% market share, they said no to us. They said no for 5 years until one day we launched a video. It was a call to action asking people to upload posts on their Facebook wall. People sang, they danced, they rapped. Then we flew helicopters around their head offices with huge signs. Long story short, they said yes, but we owned it. We figured out a way. There's always a way if you push.
Now I feel like there's still going to be a guy that's going to be there. He's like, they flew helicopters. How am I going to fly a helicopter? How did you fly a helicopter?
So here's how we did it. We had the idea, and then we pitched to two pilots and said, this is what we want to do. We have no money. They're like, this is crazy. We're in. You just have to find it.
And they just did it
for free.
They bought into your vision.
They bought into the vision, because vision and ideas, they change everything if you have the courage to get out there and make it happen.
Wow, so those Kairos moments, the vision, and then it sounds just like it's been relentless follow-up and work that goes into it.
Yeah, relentless. I spoke for 11 minutes at the conference yesterday, but I added up on my calculator roughly the number of years I've worked, days, hours, minutes. I reckon about 4.7 million minutes I've been on this journey. Yeah, I spoke for 11. I think the process is
how to bring that into 11 minutes.
It's a longer process than we think.
So what would you say to any of the guys that are out there? What would be your definition of a good guy?
Just someone who knows themselves and knows why they're here, their purpose.